Hey guys, this is Rishabh Animesh. I'm a fourth year computer science student from MS Ramaiah Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Now for the communication video, I chose the topic cloud computing. Simply because I'm sure you all will agree that cloud computing is perhaps one of the most happening things in the world right now. It has changed the way we look at the internet now. It has changed the way the scalability aspects are measured these days, and they're going to hit unreachable heights in days to come. Now, who are the major players in cloud computing? We've got Microsoft, and we've got Microsoft. And I'm sure you all will agree that Microsoft is perhaps leagues ahead as compared to other vendors when it comes to cloud computing. And a few minutes from now, you'll know why. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to talk to you about why cloud computing has become so famous, or what are the advantages supported by cloud computing, and how Microsoft's Windows Azure platform, the cloud computing operating system as we call it, meets those benefits, and how it has created an impact in the users' lives like you and me, and even business professionals. Now, cloud computing. One thing which comes to our mind when you talk about cloud computing is on-demand use. Now, don't you think that's great? Where the user pays or user invests in only how much ever resources he needs. He need not, reserve a certain set of resources and then, use a certain portion of them. He uses the resources on demand whenever the need arises. And this is the key most factor of cloud computing. Moving ahead, the most essential factor, the most essential feature of cloud computing is abstraction. We read a lot about abstraction in our object-oriented programming classes, but its true essence is implemented when it comes to cloud computing, because the user, all he needs to know is how to upload his application and how to use his application. That's all. He need not bother about how his application is being where it is being stored, or how the load balancing is taking place, how his application calls are competing with other users, other million users which may be tackling it at the same time. He need not bother about those aspects as they're hidden behind the scenes. And this is where Microsoft's Azure platform's usability aspects come into play, where the interface is so wonderfully designed that it gives a convenient platform to the user to host his applications. Now, being a user, wanting to utilize the cloud computing resources or wanting to host his applications, all he needs to know is just one thing. That is how to upload his application. Now, let us talk about what happens at the macro level. Now, you've got something called the data center, and you've got the application which the user wants to upload. Now, the interface connecting these two things, these two key points, is the platform, that is the Windows Azure platform. This is what the user interacts. This is what the user interacts with, and this is what takes care of where his application calls are hitting, or where his data is being stored. Now, what are the advantages of this platform? First and foremost is the simplicity of usage, as to how simple it is to use this kind of platform. And number two, and most important, as to how it can be integrated with the existing resources. Now, Windows Azure platform supports protocols like SOAP, it supports protocols like XML. You can host your PHP websites, and you can do and it even supports the .NET framework. Now, these are the large-scale aspects, these are the large-scale integration aspects when you talk about Microsoft's Windows Azure platform, and this is why it stands out as compared to any other vendor. And in days to come, I'm sure that this is going to change the way we look at things. Thank you.